Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome to the demo for The Dark Rites of Arkham by Postmodern Adventures, a singleton dev out of, I believe, Barcelona, who specializes in various retro pixel art point-and-click games. And, you know, it's not something that comes up much, but aside from growing up on classic 80s and 90s CRPGs and strategy games, I also grew up on classic point-and-click games, Sierra, LucasArts, so I've got a pretty big soft spot when it comes to these sorts of games, Moon Logic and all. I maintain some pretty extensive watch lists, and I earmark a lot of games like this. I just rarely find time for them. I think the last I did was Dreams in the Witch House by Atom Brain Games. But I've had Postmodern Adventures on my radar for a while now. I previously considered doing something with Nightmare Frames and an English Haunting. Never found a good place to fit them in, but I had a couple of extra hours to play with, so I figured, what the heck? Let's dip our toes into the Dark Rites of Arkham. See what y'all think? That's it. I think I've rambled enough. Let's jump right in. Arkham, Massachusetts, 1933. Here comes that damn son of a bitch cop. It's about time. You should know that these hallways carry quite the echo. So watch your mouth, will ya? I wasn't talking about you, Detective. Foster. Foster, Ain't you that detective who got booted from the force for losing his marbles? I got no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, you got a search warrant or what? Sure, I've got your damn search warrant right here, Mr. Pullman. Hey, I'm just looking out for my tenant's best interests. Besides, I keep saying that you got the wrong guy. No Carlos Ramirez lives in apartment 13, but Mr. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, huh? That's his name, yes. Clark Gable's the lead in Red Dust. You ought to get out more, Pops. Cut the smartass act and let me see that warrant. Aren't you going to read it? What's the point? I trust you, Detective. If I'd known that, I'd have handed you a clipping from the Arkham Advertiser's sports page. Judge Roberts did not take kindly to being dragged out of his country club to sign the order. Judge Roberts? Fuck him and his country club. People have nowhere to drop dead. There are no jobs, and this recession doesn't look like it'll ever end. Country club my ass. Not enough folks jumped out of windows on Wall Street back in '29. Come on, spare me the lecture and unlock that damn door already. Ramirez isn't here, is he? No, he still hasn't shown up. The apartment is empty. What do you expect to find in there? The jackpot. I beg your pardon? Police business, Mr. Pullman. Open up. All yours, Detective. What? You said Ramirez wasn't in. And it's true. He ain't been back all day. You sure? The door has the chain on. I see someone lying on the floor. And it's not Ramirez. It's probably Julio, his accomplice. He's a small-time scammer and blackmailer, too. But even more of an idiot. Lying on the floor? Is he... dead? Don't worry. He's still breathing. Probably drunk. Hopped up. Or both. Not that it matters much. Hand me a saw or something I can use to cut the chain. I don't keep tools around here. Nothing? You serious? Whenever something needs fixing, I call this Italian guy who works for peanuts. He brings his own toolbox. All right, give him a call. I haven't heard from him in weeks. Figures. I'll make do myself. Oh, and we're on. And, yeah, we're working on very basic point-and-click rules here. Objects to interact with, a basic inventory system. Honestly, slightly simpler than I usually like my point-and-clicks. I usually at least like a context menu. You know, touch, look, smell, taste, etc. But this works too, as long as the rest of it's well done. And I will say, there is something about like the banter and dialogue and such that I find very enjoyable. That said, we do have a bit of a starting inventory here, so let's get a gander at what we've got in our pants. A limited edition gold-plated Ronson tuxedo lighter. It cost me a small fortune. Smith & Wesson Model 27, standard issue for Arkham's Police Department. Holds 6 rounds. 6 .357 rounds for my Smith & Wesson. I hope I won't need to use them on anyone. My notebook. A detective's best friend. Right, so obviously we could just shoot the chain off, but we should probably explore other options first. No journal, but our current objective is pretty straightforward. The door has the chain on. I won't be able to get in until I get rid of it. Right, so let's start with the obvious. Random acts of violence. Can't get it out. The clamp's skunked up with. What the hell did you put in here? Glue. You glued the handle of the emergency axe to the clamp? Christ. Why? It's still a weapon, you know. Can't trust these tenants. It could be a disaster. Oh, dear. Real shades of the chainsaw in Maniac Mansion. An obviously useful device, but rendered useless via absurd circumstances. Yeah, there's a sticky bit of glue on the clamp that's keeping me from getting the axe out. Alright, well, let's see what else we've got around here. Perhaps this vent? A nasty stench is coming out of there. Hell, there's nothing in this dump that smells even halfway decent. Adjoining door, perhaps? Ramirez is in apartment 13. I should handle it myself. Fair enough. Ashtray? It's overflowing with cigarette butts. Lieutenants sure do smoke a lot. Don't be fooled. They're all mine. Oh, well that sounds healthy. Which, I guess back then they technically thought it was. A picture of the Church of St. Stanislaus of Arkham. Certificate of occupancy. This thing's expired. Did you know that? Ah, must have ended recently. September. Ah, just like I told you. Of 1918. So, 15 years ago. Alright, Mr. Pullman, I'm not really seeing a lot of options here. I mean, I've got a pretty obvious solution here, even if it may not be the most ideal one. You sure there ain't no tools in the building? Like I said, the guy who does the dirty work is the one with the tools. Yeah, alright. Fair enough. Well, it just so happens I've got a tool of my own, so I might as well use it. Guns loaded. Alright, Mr. Pullman, sorry about this. Do me a favor, take a few steps back. Like this? Yeah, now, cover your ears. What? Oh, wait a minute! Don't... Door's open. Are you out of your mind? You're gonna raise hell in the whole building! I ran into a couple screaming their heads off in the lobby. On the stairs, some sorry bastard tried to mug me. One floor up, a drunk who could barely stand was hurling insults at me. Frankly, I think your tenants already live in hell. Speaking of hell, what's that smell? What? Oh, right. There are no toilets in the rooms, and these pigs have turned the communal washroom into a cesspool. I really ought to send someone to clean it up. The whole building smells as bad or worse than the Arkham River. It's not that smell. It's on this floor. It's... whatever. Forget it. Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing. Hey, Julio. Looks like your pal got wise we were closing in and left you high and dry. I went out of this dump, so make it easy on me. Where's the photo? Hey! Hey, hey, hey! I'm talking to you, asshole. You're so hopped up on heroin you don't even know I'm here, huh? Fucking junkies. Have some class and take the rubber band off your arm after you shoot up. Bottles. What a collection of whiskey bottles. Violation of the Volstead Act. Another charge to tack on. I think I'll keep one for the waste of bullets getting in here. Fair's fair. Besides, I'm bone dry. Could use a good drink. Here's to you, Julio. Ah, for fuck's sake. This is gasoline. You guys are making Molotov cocktails, huh? Thought you only ran the extortion racket. Can't get a word out of you, huh? Don't matter. You'll be singing like a canary when you get back from Wonderland. With one more charge added to your list, by the way. A bottle of gasoline, presumably for making Molotov cocktails. Those two idiots just earned themselves another charge. Light switch. damn. Yeah, figures. The light bulb's fried. But I can get by with the light from that neon sign. This town looks like a fucking Christmas tree with all that neon. Yeah, that's just a natural side effect of progress. As any 80s era cyberpunk story will tell you. There's a jacket hanging there. The thing I'm looking for might be in one of the pockets. Nothing. Bed? Smooth, without any wrinkles. These crooks know how to make a better bed than I do. Yeah, you and me both. There's a cigarette burning. It can't have been long since Julio set out for Valhalla. Garbage? I can see maggots having a feast on whatever's left in that garbage can. I'm gagging. Gross. Hey, it's that Grant Wood painting I keep seeing everywhere these days. Even in the lair of some small-time hustlers. There you are. Well. Looks like Mayor Bradley, the American morality watchdog, is sneaking around with some company. I don't know what you were begging for from that girl, Mr. Mayor, but I doubt this photo is going to do much for your re-election. So the big fish you were trying to squeeze was Mayor Bradley. I'll be frank, I got no love for that bum that's turning Arkham into a dump. And to top it off, word on the street is the guy's a big shot in the clan. But the law is the law, and blackmail will land you behind bars. So I'll get the cuffs from the car, and you're coming with me. A compromising photo of Mayor Bradley. If it came to light, it could shake up the election. Where can I find Ramirez? Yeah, don't sweat it. I'll track him down. Right. Let's go get our cuffs. Did you find what you were looking for? Yeah, the night's not over yet, though. You'll have to let me call in the boys to take Sleeping Beauty away. Once that's done, I promise you. That stench, you really don't smell it. I told you, it's probably the sink. No. I know that smell. And it's coming from... Oh, shit. What's wrong? Who's staying in room 14? I don't know his name. You don't know? Didn't you check him in? That guy showed up a week ago, handed me $20 for the room on one condition, that I don't ask any questions. Starting with his name. Well then, you should probably know that the guy in that room is dead. What? That's the smell I'm talking about. The stink of a rotting corpse. What the fuck? Open the door. What a nasty night. Nothing but shit. What the hell? Any problems? I can't open the door. It's like it's been jammed from the inside. Move out of the way. I'm gonna fix this. You're gonna shoot the lock? That's your solution? I told you there's something inside keeping the door from opening. It's not the lock's fault. It's like they nailed a plank to the frame so it can't be opened from the outside. I'll see what I can do. It's true. There's something on the inside jamming the door. That's what I just said. Yeah, well, you seem like an unreliable narrator, so I had to verify. And once again, obvious solution staring us right in the face. Though we are slightly better equipped to deal with it this time. Gas. I believe gas is a solvent. I soaked the gunk with gasoline. That should loosen it up a bit so it'll come off the clamp. Nice. Let's give it a shot. Still won't budge. The gasoline is softening the glue, but it's slow going. Slow going, you say? Well, you know, I suppose we could stand to burn some time. Or perhaps just burn some time. Not a trace of the glue. They don't call it a fire axe for nothing. Don't you, smell something burning? No, I don't think so. The fire scorched the handle a little, but it's nothing serious. It's still in perfect condition for emergencies. Right. Time to break this thing in. What's your move, then? Break it down. Out of the way. With the axe? Yeah, so back up. And who's paying for it? Arkham PD? We'll get you a new one for Christmas. For the third time, move. I'm a crack shot with a gun, but an axe, I'm not so sure. Good Lord. Oh, shit. Do me a favor, phone the Arkham police station and... Can't. The phone's dead. I stopped paying for it. Then get outside and find a cop. Tell him we got a code 345 here. 345. Quick. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I don't know what the fuck is happening in this town. Oh, no. Shit. Not again. Calm down, Jack. Remember what Dr. Strainer told you. Take a deep breath. And have a look around. Oh my. beheaded. But wait a minute. Shit. They didn't even use a weapon to do it. Looks like they ripped it off with their bare hands. What kind of beast does something like this? By the way, I don't see the head anywhere. Did they take it? The tattoo on his back matches that symbol on the floor. I should log this strange symbol in my notebook. Seems like my only lead to figure out who this poor bastard is. I mean, you could also, check his pockets or take his prints, but sure. We'll draw this out. Drawing's not my strong suit, but I'll do my best. Done. Not a hooper, but it's a damn good copy of the tattoo. Yeah, you might regret transcribing that someday, but not today. Let's see what else we've got here. Remains of a fire. For God's sake, what got burned here? Oh, shit. What the hell? Holy shit, it's a charred hand. What the fuck happened here? Yes, this does seem a bit out of hand. Whose hand is this? Noted. That poor bastard's wallet is probably in one of this jacket's pockets. Let's see who this guy is. No, nothing. Who are you? The papers are in a language I don't know. Not that I know much more than English. Like 90% of Americans. I mean, I've got a 12% proficiency in Spanish and 2% in French. It's a mess of sentences in a strange, consonant-heavy language. Yeah, I'm not going to transcribe all that crap. Hell, I don't even know what language it's in. You know what? Fair. Maybe we'll call in someone from Arkham U. Man, I hate this city, even to look at it on a map. Yeah, I've already got a city map in the car. Sure, I just figured there might be markings on it or something. That psycho took the victim's head as a trophy. Empty. This is what they used to paint the circle on the floor. The color isn't much different from blood. Well, there might be a good reason for that. Which just leaves this. Both the window and the door were boarded up tight. Meaning nobody could have gotten in here to pull this voodoo crap. And if the killer was already here, he sure as hell didn't vanish into thin air. This crazy ritual. You did it all by yourself? God damn it. How? Alright, nothing else to do here. I should haul Julio in. Hope he hasn't come to his senses and skipped town. Nah, not worth my time. Yep, alright. Off we go. Oh, Detective Foster, it's you. I'm Agent Frank. Ross. Frank, I mean. Frank Ross. Oh, for God's sake. Bleh. Blueberry pie, huh? Sorry about that. Don't sweat it, kid. You'll get used to it. First time? Yeah. At least you had the decency to puke by the door so you didn't contaminate the crime scene. Did you call it in? Yes, sir. They're on their way. Good. Stay put. Tell the camera guy to snap shots like he's some kind of bored tourist. You leaving, sir? Yeah, I gotta take the guy from room 13 with me. Hope to be back by the time the coroner arrives. What do you think happened here, Detective Foster? Just another night in Arkham. And scene. But man, yeah, I just really love the atmosphere and something about the way the dialogue's written, the banter. The interface is simplistic. The plot, at least in the demo here for the intro, does feel fairly linear, as many point-and-click games tended to be. But, you know, just the glimpse ahead of the various colorful characters and set pieces that the player will encounter does intrigue me, even if it is a largely paint-by-numbers point-and-click. I felt very similar with Nightmare Frames, the first big release from Postmodern Adventures. I never did any videos on it, but I did very much enjoy playing it in my spare time. Not sure about an English Haunting, never found time for that one, but I have been meaning to get to it. That said, obviously very different from my usual fare, aside from perhaps Dreams in the Witch House, but even that had a slightly more involved survival mechanic going on, plus the whole academic research thing. But, you know, I'll always have a soft spot for games like this, at least ones which live up to a certain standard of quality, which I do feel like this one very much does. This and Nightmare Frames both. But, you know, of course, as per usual, that's just my opinion. I liked it enough that I wanted to at least share it with y'all. Not sure if we'll do anything else. That said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or go check it out for yourself on Steam. This or any of the developers' previous works, Nightmare Frames and An English Haunting. And of course, if you'd like to see more of this game, or any other games like it, then be sure to let me know that as well. Goodness knows, I certainly wouldn't mind doing it, and who knows? Perhaps I'll see you then.